Hello, hello, hello. It's another coffee time where we go on the Daily Mail website and try and find some news. Bing bong. It's just told me that coffee time started on my watch. It never does that. What the? Notifications are a wonderful thing. So, yes, this is where we look at the news. Are you following? Good, good. JK, Rowling is in trouble again. What's she done this time? Has she annoyed the man in a dress? No, it's worse than that. She's got giant Leilandi. Yeah, apparently. Um, again, she lives up in Edinburgh, in a castle, I think, and she's got Leilandi outside, like boxing her in, and people were working on it. You know, she was trimming her bush. Are you allowed to say that? I don't know anyway. But yeah, so they've installed traffic lights outside the author's £2.2 million house, as her bush is cut back, a giant bush at that. Ay. And this has caused the ire to be raised by parents on the school run because they couldn't get to school because there was traffic lights and there was a blockage, and everyone was moaning. It's like, well, you should go out and walk, shouldn't you? Should have gone out and walked. Sections of the road were closed by workers using a cherry picker trim the lowland die from 7:30 till 3:30 p.m. So you've been warned. And here's some of the tailbacks. I like that kind of thing. I like that. It cheers me up. That is one impressive bush, isn't it? It's very impressive, but good that she keeps it tidy. Uh, oh dear. Meanwhile, court news. This is again. I was going to cover this one, but it's all gone to court now. It's all in court. This is Lee Brookfield. If you wanna see what the face of a despicable arsehole looks like, we don't actually have a picture. If my browser will work, okay, maybe not. But yeah, this is Lee Brookfield from Llanelli, and all these pop-ups. The 40-year-old is going to miss the birth of his baby next month. Why is that? Well, he filmed himself pranking a guy. This was a tennis club Christmas event, and he pranked the guy by urinating up his back. Yeah, I think it's while this happened while he was in the toilet. He splashed prostate cancer victim Peter Barton and then shared the video online. The DJ deleted the clip and issued a grovelling apology after the video went viral. Yeah, I was gonna cover it, but again, I thought it was too grim even for this. But now he's been sentenced, and I'm happy. The footage was shown in court. Brookfield could be heard saying, "Sorry to hear that." You know, obviously, his victim was talking about his cancer before urinating on Mr. Barton. Yeah, this was after he was telling him about his diagnosis. The prosecutor, Lucy Mansfield, said the defendant entered the toilets and began speaking to the complainant, who explained he'd recently received prostate cancer diagnosis. Whilst this was happening, the defendant proceeded to urinate on the complainant, and the video was later posted online. At the time, the complainant did not realise he was being urinated on, but has since. Mr. Barton, the victim, said, "When I saw the video, I actually cried. I could not believe someone could do that to someone else." And here's a freeze frame. Obviously, they're not showing you, but he added, "It left me breathless and upset. I was extremely upset to know people could be seeing this video and recognise me because of it. His actions were completely disgusting." Anyway, Brookfield was jailed for 14 weeks. Should have been 14 years, in order to pay £500 in compensation. after admitting assault. The court also had a previous offence of crimes committed while drunk. He was due to be sentenced yesterday for common assault, but Llanelli magistrates heard that Brookfield had changed his lawyers before the hearing and could not find a replacement in time. He was given 24 hours to find one, after all the solicitors in court refused to take him on as a client. Wah, 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 wah. What a horrible piece of work. I hope everyone in the prison is watching this, because they might want to have a word with him. Robert Thomas defended he's extremely embarrassed, ashamed and very sorry for what he did. And no, he's not, because he wouldn't have done it in the first place. He's appalled at himself and has asked me to apologise to the court today. Do you think he'd feel like that if he hadn't been caught? If he hadn't have posted it, he'd still be doing it. Again, at the time, he confessed that he'd done it many times before to other people, and it was a prank that he did. Yeah. And in mitigating circumstances, he accepts he has a drink problem and uses recreational drugs. Absolutely awful. And this is the Llanelli Tennis and Squash Club where it happened. So, yeah. What a piece of work, eh? What a piece of work. We've got how to make the perfect cup of tea. Now, there are many kinds of tea. There's many cups of tea. I mean, what? Use the microwave? Never. Add a squeeze of lemon? What? Add a pinch of salt? Are you insane? Use bottled water? What? So you can absorb all the microplastics? Use a pink mug. Ah, dear. Yeah, Dr. Michelle Frankel says add hot milk and a pinch of salt to reduce bitterness. No. No, I'm not even going to carry on with that. It's just disgraceful. That's absolutely disgusting. Meanwhile, this is another Land Rover story. Again, we talked about Land Rover people not being able to get insured. This is stay-at-home mother Hannah Platts and husband Kareem Chester. They bought a new Land Rover Defender for £80,000 in October last year. And after fishing around for the insurance quote, they got one for $2,300 to cover the year. Here is the said car. Okay. You're thinking, okay, so they got the insurance policy, and here are the family involved. So they got the insurance, still expensive, $2,300, I suppose. I don't know. Is that a lot? They said the only reason we got the SUV is because where we live is rural and the roads are terrible, full of potholes. But after owning the car for a few weeks, the couple received an email from the insurers, Adrian Flux, which said, we can no longer insure your Land Rover Defender. So they looked around for another quote, and the best she could find was £11,000 a year. And this is despite her being a model driver. So yeah, she decided to sell it. Again, this is another story. She said, we called up Saxton 4x4, a dealership in Essex who specialise in high-end SUVs and a reseller for Range Rover. They said it was a major issue and they were struggling to sell the things. The Defender we had was a specialist Carpathian edition, had all the extras. Yeah, and they ended up losing £15,000 on it. She said she bought it for £100,000 and up selling it for a loss. Now, yeah, this comes on reports that Range Rovers could be Britain's most uninsurable cars. Yeah. Nobody wants the bleeding things. Nobody wants one. There you go. So don't have a Range Rover. I think that looks like it's parked outside the coach house. So a place where we lived once. Mrs. gets it. Mrs. gets it. Deep cut. Deep cut. Yeah. Apparently, I just read a little one here that people are using AI to write their CVs. I might give that a go. Meanwhile, Euronews polls are showing that the poor old EU, the beleaguered EU, could find themselves on the back foot after anti-European populist, I love the way they call them populist, but if something's popular, it's populist now, are on track, populist parties are on track to make gains across the continent. Findings across all 27 EU member states will see a sharp right turn, because again, if you vote to leave the EU, if you're anti-EU, you're right wing, which is absolute cobblers. When we first signed up for all this, the Conservatives were one of the ones that were the engineers of all this, and Labour were very much against it. And then suddenly, there's been a massive, weird, supposed swing. Mind you, a lot of Conservatives are still into the EU. I don't think you have to be particularly right wing to be anti-EU. I, for example, consider myself to be of the left. It suggests that radical right-wing parties are on course to finish first in 9 countries, including France, Poland, Austria, or second and third in other 9, including Germany, Spain, Sweden, and Portugal. And yeah, everyone's getting a little bit. This is the Alternative for Germany AfD political party. There you go, got some flags there. There you go. So flags are nice. Let's see if that comes true. A lot of these polls ain't worth the paper they're written on. If they're written on paper, probably not. They're probably just emailed to people. They're not worth the email, that the email protocol they use to send them. This is a good one. We're going to Alabama. Oh, moon of Alabama. Anyway, we won't start singing because people laugh when I sing. This is Kenneth Eugene Smith, and he's going to be the first person in the United States to be killed by nitrogen hypoxia. Yeah, they're going to gas him to death. Here he is. He's looking quite pleased with himself. He thinks... You see, they got the wrong one. They should have done it with nitrous oxide. Then he could have laughed himself to death. Yeah, the 58-year-old is going to be a record breaker. And this comes after his appeal that it was untested and could lead to a cruel death was rejected by a federal court. He spent more than 3 decades on death row over a 1989 murder-for-hire plot. And last year survived a botched attempt to kill him by lethal injection after bungling orderlies at Holman Prison in Altmore spent 90 minutes trying to find a vein. So yeah, it's have they got a nice picture? Oh, yeah, here we go. This is USA's first nitrogen execution. But yeah, the risks are the method could leave him in a vegetative coma. The mask's not airtight and could allow oxygen to seep in. And yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Oh, that's an animal story. Just seen an animal story. What else have we got? Doing that one. Not doing that one. Met Office says that we could get snow. Oh, we like weather news. Met Office has issued fresh warnings for snowfall next month as a result of bitterly cold winds from the east and west. Lovely. There's a pincer movement. Whilst we're having milder temperatures, which are expected to remain over the weekend, there are warnings that a colder spell are likely to return from February 8th to February the 22nd. Great. I don't want it to. I like it mild, please. Meanwhile, this is something that's going on. I don't know how many other schools are doing this. This is school news. This is St Peter's Church of England School in Folkestone in Kent. That's where Layla came from. No, she's Welsh, but she lived with her family in Folkestone before us. We're going to send you back to Folkestone if you don't behave. No, we don't. That's just a joke. But parents at a primary school where the head teacher wants parents to pay £6 if they're late picking their children up from school at the end of the day. So they support the plan. Yeah. So yeah, so persistent offenders will be charged £6 if they fail to collect their children on time. The school bosses claim they're dealing with an increasing number of children being collected late, without being informed and without an apology to staff. Some children are regularly left for up to 30 minutes without explanation. But yeah, when they've spoken to parents outside the gates, they had unanimous support. And this is St Peter's Church of England Primary School. There you go. I think I was only ever late once, and I got cramp. No, it's just such a rubbish. It's just such a rubbish excuse. It's when I first started doing the long walk, and I got cramp. I had to sit down and rub my leg. I couldn't walk. But yeah, so £6 fine. I like it. There's lots of pictures of parents who are in agreement, but that's the story. Not much of a story, but it's a story anyway. It's just a story. Can't do that one. Can't do that. Oh, here we go. Hitler's Last 24 Hours, Part 3. Lovely little headline. This is a little bit of again. If this is almost it's almost a Trivial Pursuit question. Here we go. Hitler's Last 24 Hours, Part 3. Bullseye, shouted Goebbels' little boy as the Führer shot himself in the head. So the question is, what did Goebbels' little boy say when Hitler shot himself in the head? Bullseye is the correct answer. You get the point. I'm really glad. That we know this. Meanwhile, Australia news. We're going to St Kilda in Melbourne, the Catani Gardens, and there was a bronze statue of Captain Cook. It stood there for 110 years, and just hours before Australia Day, the monument was sawn down. Let's see, by his ankles. There he is, laying prostrate on the floor, saying the colony will fall. A bit late for that, isn't it? Bit late for that. And here he is, the poor sod. He didn't do anything wrong. And here they are hosing down the plinth. I don't know. It's history. Just think, if there was no colony, there'd be no Australians, would there? So, yeah. In a second instant, they vandalised a monument to Queen Victoria. This is Queen Victoria Gardens. Again, it's not her fault. She's long gone. I don't know. These colonial cousins of ours are getting all uppity about being in the colony. Well, guess what? If we never colonised it, it wouldn't exist. You wouldn't even be there. You wouldn't exist. That's what I find funny with all of this, is we are a product of our history. We are a product of that. And there's a very strong chance, as if history didn't play out how you wanted it to, with your 21st century virtue signalling, you probably wouldn't have been born in the first place. Because who knows, maybe. Who knows what would have happened to your criminal ancestors? You might have ended up in America instead of Australia. Oh well, what's that? We've lost the Australians. What, again? I thought my accent yesterday was bad enough. We've got some crash news. This is an off-duty policeman. Geraint York. There is a video, but I'm just going to see if there's an advert. Because you know what it's like. It's 21 seconds, and you never know if they're going to put an advert in. They might do, they might not. Let's just see. Let's just wait. It is an advert. Where are we going? 26 advert on a 30-second advert, sorry, on a... It looks very nice. It's for a holiday. Where are we going? Why do I bother? It just takes so long. Where are we going? What is this advert for? Max Royal Resorts. Well, anyway, here's the clip. So he's towing a trailer, this off-duty police officer, when he decides to overtake and, well, I don't know if he was speeding more than trying to overtake and just slammed into an oncoming car. There you go. What an idiot who wasn't paying attention. Yeah, the two vehicles crashed head-on and was caught on video camera. It shows the officer driving his Kia Sorento straight into the Hyundai Getz in the other lane. Geraint York faces dismissal after he was found guilty of careless driving, though he's cleared of the more serious charge of dangerous driving after a trial at Cardiff Crown Court. Meanwhile, William Davis and Farzine Hashmi, who are, I guess they're in the other car, both ended up in hospital. Mr. Davis needed surgery for a broken back, fractured ribs and a smashed left knee. This was on the A465 in Monmouthshire. And he swerves at the last minute. My goodness. And if you want to know what the face of stupidity looks like, he's a stupid asshole. There you go. That could have been fatal. He was ordered to pay £750 prosecution costs and £450 fine and received 6 penalty points. But yeah, Judge Paul Hobson said that the officer could not be sent to prison for careless driving. Well, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. And really, it was just awful. And if there's any justice in the world, he'd lose his job as well. I'm sorry, but he shouldn't have been driving like that. Good news, everyone. Joseph Fritzl's out and about. There he is. Hey! All you Fritzl fans. What the hell are they doing? Just... What are they doing letting that guy out? Seriously. It's absolutely bonkers. What else is next? We've got another one. Meanwhile, this is... Let's go to... Where is this? This is... we're going to Putney. Putney Bus Garage. Should we go to Putney Bus Garage? Oh, maybe not. Oh, that don't look good. What is that? It's another one of those electric buses catching fire. At least there were no passengers on it. That was yesterday. So yeah, the operator now is launching a probe and is urgently checking 380 similar vehicles in the fleet. That's Go Ahead London, the company. It's not good. Not looking good for the electric bus, is it? What else have we got? Oh, can't do that. Can't do that one. Meanwhile, St Pancras Piano. I don't know if anyone's been following this, but yeah, Brendan Kavanagh, who goes under the name of Dr. K, likes to play the piano. The old Joanna. He likes to tickle the ivories. And here he is. And he caused a major diplomatic incident at the beginning of the week. When his video on YouTube went a little bit viral. I think it's had something like 7-8 million views by now. And because some, well, again, Chinese, again, they're holding up Chinese flag and everything. They said, you can't film us. You can't film us. We want you to take your video down. And he said, well, like you do, this is a free country. When he's in the public and he's playing the piano and he does these live streams. They were on his live stream. They wandered into his live stream and it caused all manner of issues, and it resulted with the piano, which was donated to the station by Elton John himself. Yeah, it's Elton John's piano. and it's signed on top. There's a piece of perspex on the top which protects old Reg Dwight's signature. And yeah, you weren't allowed, but now they've freed the St Pancras piano. I reckon Elton got involved. I reckon he said, you know, you can't treat the piano like a candle in the wind. But he said Saturday's all right for fighting, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday or Sunday. But yeah, so there you go. A major incident with the Chinese. Quite bizarre. I think it was a put-up job myself. I think it was all a deliberate thing. Oh God! Now the page has refreshed itself. Of course it is. Let me just scroll down. Let me just scroll down. Scroll down. We've got any others before we jump? We've done the bus one. What else is there? Is there any other ones? Oh, there's another one. I've got quite a few animals. I might just do a few animal stories because they've got some good animal stories here today. Yeah, I might just do that because these are a bit rough. These stories not very good. Not many funnies today. Oh no, this one's funny. This is PGA Tour golfer Kevin Kisner, who was trying to hit a trick shot, and I'm ever so sorry, that sneeze just came out of nowhere. You came from out of nowhere. Whoa, whoa. But yeah, PGA Tour golfer Kevin Kisner was trying to do a trick shot on video, and it didn't go very well. Shall we see what happens? Yeah, he whacks the guy in the back of the head. Boink! Yeah, you don't volunteer for that one. That was Ashton Goulding. It was meant to go over the top of his head, and instead smacked him in the back of the head instead. So yeah, okay. Not good. It's not good, is it? Oh, absolutely not. So we got this is a follow-up. We covered this fella before. This is Toko. He's a Japanese fella who spent £12,000 to live as a collie. He's put out a video. Oh, it's a bloody advert. He's put out a video of himself dressed as the collie. It's a very high spec suit that he wears. Again, we have covered this before, so I'm just waiting for this this advert to finish. Come on. And here he is. He's doing an agility test. You know, like you see. I mean, it's. See, that dog's just freaked out. You know, what the hell is going on here? Do you ever get the feeling the world's gone totally bonkers? Let's come on, Lassie or Toko or what your name is. Let's see if you can get over the. Go on, jump. Go on, jump it. Go on, you can do it. He's going to jump it. Oh, he bollocksed it up. There you go. So yeah. Not only is he a failure as a human being, he's a failure as a man. Meanwhile, we're going to Bradfield in Norfolk. Up there in Norfolk, where cousins marry. a village has been plagued by a gang of badgers, and this clan of monochrome maniacs has caused a nightmare, as dozens of households have been left with low pressure or no water at all, because of the badger set that's obviously burst the pipe. So Anglian Water has been alerted, but because badgers and their sets are protected, they had to get permission from Natural England to repair the pipes at Bradfield. And this is a stock image of a badger, just in case you don't know. It's not the badger that burst the pipes. He's gone to ground. And this is Caroline Mitchell, she lives near the den, and she says it's not the first time that the badgers have burst the water pipes. So maybe she's got a hairdresser's by the looks of it. And wow, look at that! And there's that's one of the entrances to that's a big old set there. And the horses are going, don't fall down that, Gerald. Don't get too close, because if you fall down that, you're going to appear on Coffee Time, and you don't appear on that. And yeah, and there they are. The road is now closed as they try and fix the pipe that the badgers burst. Badgers burst me pipe. Meanwhile, let's go to the Tadoba Andari Tiger Reserve in Maharashtra in India. And what we're seeing here, this is photographer Narayan Malu managed to capture a black leopard. This is a melanistic leopard. You get them, leopards and jaguars. And these are true black panthers, and it's the most amazing picture. Wow, look at that. Just crossing his path as if nothing was going on there. What a great picture. Again, incredibly rare image. And there's another one. He's in mid-trot. Get some detail there from the back. His little paws. Oh, wow. I'm not sure how many are in the wild, but researchers estimate there could be 11% of leopards that have the condition. So there you go. That was good, wasn't it? I think we call that quits. Oops. Where are we? Oh, we're not getting enough video. Hello? Hello? Are you getting video? Stream is poor. Oh dear. Is it work? Oh God, I don't know if this is working. It says the stream is poor. Anyway, let's carry on. AJ says, how do you not know he was being urinated on? Well, maybe he was wearing a coat. Because if you're wearing maybe he's wearing a jacket. You know, you might not have realised. You know? No, I wasn't there. I didn't do it. How do I know? And AJ gives $4. That's good. We like money. AJ's my favourite. I love it when people give me money. Money's the best. That's worth about £3, I believe. No, I'm sure that YouTube will take their cut. AJ says, I'm just learning about EU politics. We have more than enough problems on this side of the pond. Again, the EU, it's a bit like America in that because each of your states could be considered if you're in America. I'm assuming you're in America because you gave me dollars, but each of your states could be considered as separate countries because they have their own laws, and that, but they also have one kind of a branch, don't they? An umbrella. But they have their own specific local laws. The EU is similar to that. Really. Kind of similar to that. Runs in, but a bit broader. I'm talking very simplistic terms there. Runs in. All right, Clive. Someone says, good day. How goes it? It's still going. Don't mention the war. I did, but I think I got away with it. Exactly. Plain says, that complaint about the piano. It's a little bit funny indeed. Bless you, it was a big one. And Clive says it's streaming is fine. I don't know what's wrong with it. It says it's healthy now. Look, see, look. It said it was poor, and then it was healthy. It's healthy. Anyway, I'm so happy. I've got my new shub bar. Look at that. That cost enough money. So yeah, do donate, because you won't believe just how much a stainless steel bar is. Because my other one was too small. Look, my other one's just a little bit too small. Look, can you see that? Who would have thought it? Now I've got two. Ooh, it's a little, slightly longer one. Anyway, fascinating. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was the news. Oh, where would it go? Wait a minute. For Simon says, how's the Man's Nearer book? Are you up to the part of the hotel trash and the orchards with groupies? I haven't read it yet. And Bondi says, Roger Waters also reckons money is the best. Always beware of multi-millionaires, because they're the first to tell you what to do and think. Remember that. Alright? Whereas I'd never do that. But I will insist you go and visit darrenlock.bandcamp.com to listen to my music. There you go. Go there. Buy some music. You will buy some music. Anyway, thank you for that. That was the news. Killing the channel. One video at a time. You know you've got to drink it up. New outro. Ta-ta.